Yo, what's up guys? So this week I was going to do a video all about my diet and eating well for running, but I got to be honest, my diet at the moment is quite poor. So I thought I really don't want to be talking about food. I don't feel confident talking about it, but I'm definitely going to bring it up as a topic because it's something I need to improve. So I kind of wanted to do a really quick shout out and find out if there's anyone out there that watches that, you know, is really into food, into diets, and to nutrition, and feels like they've got something that works for them, or they maybe want to just point me in the direction of something. I'd really like to see some information. You know, I spent a lot of time reading about, you know, running and training and strength training and all these different things, and I've kind of neglected diet a lot over the last few months in particular. In the summer I found it really easy. When I was training well, I found that kind of diet kind of went hand in hand with it, and I've almost, now that I'm struggling to run, I'm struggling to eat as well, if you know what I mean. So yeah, any advice anyone's got, I'd really like to hear it, because that is something I drastically want to improve. So as I'm not going to really talk any more about diet this week, I'm actually going to talk about the assessment that I'm going to go to tomorrow. So I contacted someone, a guy called Pete from Sport Function, sorry, based in Cardiff, and he's worked with a friend of mine who is like a power lifter, and she sees some wicked improvements and she's given some great reviews of him. So I thought, you know, I'm going to contact him and find out if he can work with me in any sort of way. I've seen that he's worked with runners already, so I sent him an email and said, look, I'm having a problem with I've had this same injury twice now, and it's a similar pattern. It seems to be once I've built up so much mileage, and it kind of trips me up at the last hurdle just before I get to that point of doing the race or performing really well, and to pick up this injury. And I really don't want it to happen for a third time. So I contacted him and said, look, these are my problems. I've got this and this, but I believe it's wrong with me. These are my goals. Is this something that you can help work with me? And he said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going down there tomorrow for an assessment, and I'm hoping off the back of that I might be interested in working with him. We'll have to see. And the goal from it all is to obviously see improvements in the way I run. I mean, I'm not working with someone who's going to try to make me faster or necessarily stronger. I think it's along the lines of making tweaks to the way that I do things in order to help reduce injury risk, to maybe increase performance, possibly. You know, if we're looking at things like the way in which I run and maybe wasted energy because of, you know, too much side-to-side movement, or maybe I'm not being efficient enough, I'm hoping to get something like that from it. So anyway, that's tomorrow. I'm going to head down there, have an assessment, and let's see what happens. Yo, what's up guys? So the assessment was last night and I really enjoyed it. It was at Sport Function in Cardiff with Pete, and he carried out an assessment of me, and I was really impressed with the way that was carried out and what he found. I've decided to jump in and do this 12-week plan with him. Hopefully at the end of those 12 weeks I'll be able to see some sort of improvement in technique, and hopefully that will contribute towards my risk of injury, particularly with the knee. I mean, it was something that I thought about a little while ago when when I realised, and I looked back at my training and the whole knee injury thing, once I'd built up my mileage, yes, I did have that fall and that was incredibly frustrating. Part of me thinks that the whole knee thing would have come back anyway, because I was pushing it quite hard. The mileage was going up, yeah, a nice steady rate, but maybe I got to the kind of point where I needed to level out for a bit, possibly. But obviously this is the second time it's happened now, and I really don't want it to happen for a third time. So as you saw in a couple of videos back, I introduced a strength training program. I'm still continuing to do that. So I'm adding this to the mix as well, because I'm happy with my running training plan now. I'm happy with the goals that I have for this year, well, the year coming up. So the marathons in April, May, and then the 50 miler at the end of June. To me, that feels like a really nice progression over the next 6 months. So what I'm hoping to do with this is it's another little part of the puzzle that's hopefully going to come together to help me achieve those goals. So when we talked about it, there was lots of things that I felt that were wrong with the way I run. In particular, I know there are things like the overpronating, the knee collapsing inwards, and I know a lot of those things can be fixed with just strength training alone, but I really liked this way of trying to make those improvements as well. So this is not a training. That'll still happen. That's 2 days a week. But this is going to be something I work on with him once a week for the next 12 weeks, and then there's going to be stuff for me to do at home and kind of outside the sessions as well, ready for the following one. I'm really looking forward to that, and the way I'm looking at it is it's only 12 weeks, and for me, that, you know, it's worth putting effort into a 12-week period to see if I come out the other side and there are some improvements. That's the hope anyway. Anyway, so I think the weather's going to turn shortly, so I'm going to go out for a quick trail run. Yo, what's up guys? So that's it, my Sunday long run is done. I left it a bit late in the day, it's pitch black out. I did 12 kilometers, which isn't loads for a long run, but it's what I needed to do this week. I wanted to stick at 30 kilometers to make myself a fairly decent base to build off. So I'm really happy with that. The run was good, and that's it. Yeah, on to next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below.